Hey everybody, Jim here in Akihabara again tonight. Kind of cold, kind of windy, but I'm here not really for game hunting, but just to, I guess, go into a handful of shops and look at the prices of their consoles. Because when I do game hunting videos here, that's usually something I don't really focus on, because I'm not really buying consoles, I just buy games now. So tonight though, that's all we're gonna focus on is consoles and more consoles. So we're gonna start in Trader. They have lots of consoles up on the second floor, and basically I'll go to a handful and we can sort of compare and contrast their stock and their prices. So let's get started. Trader, here we go. Okay. So let's get started. Trader. We got some pretty cool stuff here. First up, what is this? A Neo Geo CD. 1480. That's like a 14800. So that's like 140 bucks for a Neo Geo CD. We've got some Nintendo 64s for, they're like 100 bucks. Kind of steep, really. For a, this one's more like 90, I guess. It's ranging on the model. We have some kind of like clone consoles up here, all complete. They're like 20 bucks a piece. Megadrive, Model 2, it's like 100. Model 1, it's like 80. So not so bad. We have some boxed stuff here. Ps2 Slims. I like these a lot. They're like 120 bucks, complete and boxed. The white model. PlayStations. Oh, nice. That's like 40 something dollars, like 45 bucks. You can get a PlayStation. There's even some box controllers down here. That's not so bad. Dreamcast. Boxed Dreamcast. Where's your price tag? Right there. It's like what, 50 bucks? 50 bucks for a boxed Dreamcast. Not so bad. We have some other things here. PC Engine. Is this a Duo R? It's an RX. So that's a lot. It's like $390. Also an RX, discolored, and it's still $390. So that's a bummer. They shouldn't cost that much if it's all discolored. Like this Dreamcast, for example. Wow, 50 bucks, even though it's discolored and crappy looking. Saturn, 60, it's not in the area of 60 bucks, but this is a really discolored Saturn. I wouldn't pay that much for that. Boxed 64s, those are going for 50. And this, I think, is just the standard, like, gray one. Yeah, so 50 bucks for those. Big fat PS2s, gold one. So that's 90. What else we got? Famicom disc drives on their own. These are like 70 bucks. Kind of a lot. Boxed Super Famicom. Oh, the Super Famicom Junior. But that's pricey. It's like 130 bucks for these. 120 for that. GameCube. Hey, GameCube, not so bad. That's less than $40. Boxed Mega Drives. That's look at that. 90 bucks. So you're looking at 90 for a complete boxed Mega Drive. PS2s, 90. Okay, so not so bad for those. PS1s are like, 30 bucks. If you feel like dropping 30 on one of those. Famicom, 60. We have some more boxed stuff down here. Jeez. Okay. We have a Duo R, and that's gonna be, where are you? You have a damn price tag. That's like $320. This regular Duo, where I can't find the price tag, 300 bucks for a Duo. So just some of the consoles they have here. So that's, I don't know, we'll use that as a base, those prices. And we'll go look in some other stores and we can compare and contrast prices. So let's move on to the next one.
目よ耳よここがニューワールドだエキサイティングホビーマシン PC エンジン NEC から発信
Okay, so next up we're gonna do Retro Game Camp. There are two locations. There's one right there and one right here. The prices are pretty much going to be the same in both of them. They're just extensions of the same shop. But Dungeon is a little bit more space. So we're gonna go to the Dungeon. Look at some of the consoles they have in here. I don't think their selection is going to be as big as Trader, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they got. Oh, and totally spread out all over the shop as well. Okay, so PS1, PS2, about 40 bucks or so, which is, it's like 10 bucks more than at Trader. Same thing, these PS2s, 80, 100, like 110 bucks, they're like 118. So the prices on PlayStations a bit higher than they were in Trader. We need more consoles. Dual R, over 300 bucks, like 330. AES complete, it's like almost 600 bucks. PC Engine Shuttle, about 170 bucks, thereabouts. Okay, anyway, let's go. Sega consoles, baby. Roughly 50. I would say these are like 5 to 8 bucks more than at Trader. 80 bucks for Model 1, 90 there. So these also more expensive than Trader. About 50 for the Saturns. That's about the same. GameCubes. These are also about the same. So some of the prices are basically the same as Trader, and some of them are like 10 to 20 bucks more. Something like 60, 40 for just the plain old black N64. This one, I guess, comes with more stuff, so it's like a little bit pricier, I guess, or maybe it's cleaner. Well, let's keep going. We have some Wii's. Wii's are roughly 40. Model 2 Famicom's about 120. And it does not look like it comes with everything either. It's like it's missing the AV and AC adapter, so it's kind of lame. And we have more like PS1s. Another one. This one. Okay, this one looks like it's actually. No, it's not. It just comes with 2 controllers, but no connection cables, and it's like 140 something bucks. So okay. Disc system, something like 70 some odd dollars. I think that's about the same as Trader. So some of the stuff in here is priced right. If we use, except for this, wow, 90 bucks for Super Famicoms that are boxed. That's like, what, 30 more than at Trader? So if we're using Trader as a base, this place is more expensive than there. I mean, they got plenty of Famicoms and stuff like that, but they're close to like 50 bucks for a Super Famicom, which I wouldn't pay more than like 30, because there are literally millions of them all over the country. Famicoms, a bit yellowed, and they're selling them for like 90 bucks. Although this one is, I guess, modded for AV out. So that's cool. So that's why these are a little more expensive. These are modded for AV connectivity. So they're like 90 something bucks, almost $100. So yeah, if you want to buy a Famicom, just a plain old Famicom that has AV adapters, and that's pretty cool. And some more boxed stuff. Again, this one's AV compatible, and it's like $150. Alright, that's all the consoles in here. So let's retreat. Even if that's, I'm sure that's probably irritating to the staff if I film and, you know, don't buy anything. But I buy games in here occasionally, so I'm a cash paying customer, goddammit. Okay, so Game Camp. I would say, generally speaking, you're better off going to Trader if you want to get a console. Game Camp has, I mean, their selection was pretty good, but some of their prices are kind of ridiculous. So Game Camp, I don't know, that's up to you. I would maybe buy something cheaper in there, and maybe don't go there for consoles, but maybe go there for some of their cheaper games. But Game Camp is done. Let's move on to the next one, which I guess let's walk down the street and go to Friends.
最近ゲームがつまらない、ハマらない、そんな噂が飛び交ってるけど、それはソフトのせいじゃない。ハードに限界があったからだ。セガメガドライブ16ビット CPU 搭載。限界のバリアをぶち破って。
Okay, coming up on our next stop of the day, we're gonna go to Friends. Pretty cool, like little mom and pop shop, and cash only as well. And judging by these adverts, who the hell else, who knows what else is in this building, kind of establishments. But it is sexy, as the poster says. But we're not here for that today, unfortunately. We're here to look at their video game consoles. Okay.
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
Okay, well, never mind. The guy, the less friendly guy is working today, so he doesn't let me film. Usually there's an old lady in there that doesn't mind. I'll go ahead and spoil it for you. Their selection is limited. They have prices that are lower than the other places in town, but it is a cash only establishment, and the guy that works there is a dick. So you're better off going in there on a day when the old lady is working, but who the hell knows when that is. So yeah, we don't actually get to have a look in there, but you know, I've actually already made a video dedicated to that shop, so I'll just put a link down in the description and you can go and check that out. But yeah, he was not happy to see me, and then when I left he had some unkind words for me. But let's keep going. Let's go to our next destination, which you know, let's make it Sudagaya. They're a little iffy about shooting in there too, but screw it. Done it before. We'll see if we can do it again. And if it doesn't work out, then this can be the video where Jim gets yelled at by store clerks a bunch of times. And that's, I don't know, is that better or worse than a video with lots of game consoles in it? You tell me down in the comments. Would you prefer to see game consoles, or would you just like to see me get berated by really angry store clerks? I almost said angly. Been here too long. All right, let's go to Sudagaya. We'll be there in a bit. Okay, coming up on Sudagaya back here. And okay, they usually have a bunch of consoles as well. Prices sort of vary, so let's get inside and we'll try to be a little more incognito this time. So hopefully I don't get yelled at. So let's check it out.
PC エンジン512色スーパービジュアル6チャンネルリアルサウンドニューワールドを制覇する PC エンジン全開 NEC から
Okay, some kind of cool stuff in here. Neo Geo Cd Front Loader, $160. That's pretty cool. And yes, I'm whispering because I don't want to get thrown out of another store. Almost $60 for Ps2 Slim. A little excessive, I think. Well, or maybe not. I don't remember at this point. Old school OG Xbox. With this, there's a big, like $6 joystick with it. About 45 bucks for this Xbox. Not so bad. What was this, a Jaguar? Never had a Jaguar for like 300. It's only like 20 bucks for this Saturn. I think there's damages though. So, CDZ, 190 bucks, which is pretty cool. And very cool. We have actual US Super Nintendo here. It's about 180 bucks. It's complete. Super Famicom Jr., 160. Some cool like personal computer stuff like Sega. It's like 400, 500 bucks for each of those. So that's kind of pricey. And down here we have an Arcadia. 200 bucks for that. It looks like it's complete. And there's another one behind it that's all bubble wrapped. It's like 160. Okay. Let's keep going. Well, pretty much all the rest of the consoles are up on these shelves, and I do not feel like pulling those down. So we can just assume that the prices are kind of comparable to what you'll find at a trader. I mean, Surugaya usually is. There is a US Super Scope up there. Power Glove over here. This is pretty cool. So they have lots of box stuff in here. So I guess keep that in mind. If you come into Surugaya for a console, lots and lots of boxed consoles, even Xboxes and things like that. And the prices are, I guess, middle of the road. Maybe a little more than Trader, maybe more about the same as Game Camp. Anyway, that should do it. I'm gonna get out of here before I wear my welcome. Oh. Real quickly though, Playdia, Bandai Playdia, boxed. Where's the price tag? No price tag on it. And I don't feel like asking anybody. Okay, let's get the hell out of here.
見せる迫るうなるビジュアルショックスピードショックサウンドショック
時代が求めた16ビットセガメガドライブ
Okay, so Surugaya. Prices are, I guess, middling expensive, but they have like a ton of boxed consoles. And that was the first time I saw a CDZ in a long time. So if you particularly want something boxed and in really good condition, I would say that for sure Surugaya is probably the best place to go. Anyway, since it's getting late and I'm getting tired and cold, we're gonna make one final stop. Everybody's favorite expensive shop. We're gonna go to Super Potato just because they always have like a lot of consoles on sale, and they're pretty renowned for being expensive. But we just took a look in like 3 or 4 different shops comparing prices, so we'll see if Super Potato is really any worse than any other shop in town. So we'll be there shortly, so stick around. Alright, coming up on the street where Super Potato resides. So before I go, I guess my prediction is that it's not going to be much different from, you know, Surugaya or Trader. It might be a tad more expensive than Trader. Trader is looking pretty good in this video. Their prices were, I would say, on the whole, like pretty reasonable for the condition and the selection they had available. But let's see what the Big Potato can offer us. Is it worse than the other shops? Is it better than the other shops? I don't know. I haven't bought a console from here in like years, so I'm actually curious to see the prices myself. So let's get up to that third floor. Okay, let's have a look-see. Whole wall full of Famicom games. Let's look. They're Super Famicoms. Here's the deal. They have a price range. You know, like at Trader, things were discolored and stuff, and they were still the same price. Here, you can see this is, you know, this is like $5 less because it's yellowed and stuff like that. So I would say like $20-something for a Famicom, Super Famicom. That's much better. This though, that's like the same as Game Cam. It's like $90-something for a boxed Super Famicom. We do have Famicom Twins here though. The red model, that's like 160-something, but this model, which I would say is the one to get because it's got turbo controllers, this is like over $200. But it is complete and it's in like really good shape. For one, I haven't really looked at these in a long time, but this is really good shape for a twin Fami, and the red one as well. That's in between. That's like almost $200. And disc systems by themselves, this is nice. Only like it's approaching $50. Although these are closer to 60, but either way, that's still definitely cheaper than like what Game Camp is charging for them. So it's really not that bad. The Model 2s, these are still, I think, like just ridiculously priced. It's 160 something, almost 170 bucks, and it doesn't even come with like AV cables or anything, just controllers. So that's kind of nuts. But just the regular old Famicoms, wow. Okay, but these are AV modded. So again, modded Famicom's like 90-something bucks. Not modded, and this is, again, this is kind of ridiculous as well. They're charging $50-some odd for this, and it doesn't even come with an AC adapter or the RF cable. So it's like hit or miss. Like I would say the Super Famicoms are priced okay, and the prices vary depending on the condition. And the Famicom disk system is priced okay, at least compared to the other shops. But like this and this, that's not what I would pay for those. Okay, let's get some other things. Core graphics. This is pretty expensive for a core graphics. It's almost $150. The shuttle is like $250. So it's good that we're seeing some of the same consoles that we can like compare the prices. This Turbo Duo, just loose by itself, it has all the connectors and everything. That's close to $250, and I think that's as much or more than a boxed Turbo Duo at Trader. So that's excessive. Boxed Virtual Boy, that's almost $350. That's kind of harsh. Let's keep going. 3DOs. A whole bunch of 3DOs here. A couple of different models. We have the FZ10 top loader. Almost $100. Or that's the only model actually. That's the only one they have. Megadrives. Model 1. Model 1 Megadrive. Coming at like $70. That's steep. That's more than what Trader was doing. And then about $100 for a Model 2. I don't know why Mega Drives are so expensive, but well, there you go. And we have a Mega CD here. We haven't seen one of these yet, but it's almost $200, which again I would say is excessive. Boxed 3DO. Wow. That's like 470 something bucks. So no thank you. I'm not paying that for a 3DO. It's not 1993. Sega Mark III with a controller and no connectors, and it's over $180. And that's just not acceptable. Boxed Victor Saturns. How much are our boxed Victor Saturns? They're like 90 bucks. Or almost 100 bucks actually. Which that's a little excessive on that, I would say. But the loose Saturns, you know, 50 bucks. Basically the same as you would find in Trader. Although this gray one, for whatever, is like 60 something. They're charging more for the gray than the white, but these whites are like really discolored though. I don't know if it's picking that up or not. So I guess that's a reason why the whites are so much cheaper, is they're all discolored. It's harder to discolor the gray ones, although this one definitely is. But I guess their gray ones are generally in better condition, so they're like 60 bucks, which I don't think I would pay more than like 50 or 60 for a Saturn, realistically. I'd prefer to pay less, but what can you do? This is bullshit. This Dreamcast is chewed up. It's got crayon marks all over it, and they're selling it for 60 bucks. They're selling that for 7 bucks less than a nice clean one. So that's kind of silly. Controllers going for like 17. Fight stick for 14. Some of that's a bit excessive. And moving on, we have a handful of Neo Geo consoles here. So here's a boxed Neo Geo CD. It's loud in here right now. And this is, if I can get it out without breaking everything, it's almost 250 bucks for a boxed Neo Geo CD. So check that against whatever you will. This AES, see if I can get the price there. Almost 450 bucks for this AES, so it's quite a lot. It's basically what they were going for at Game Camp. And then we have some loose AES consoles, 37,800, so that's like 380 bucks. And then this one, again, this is ridiculous. You have this AES console, which is like not in the best condition. Comes with no controllers and no hookups, and they're still charging like 250 bucks for it, for just the deck by itself. And I think that's excessive. I don't know that that many people out there are just chomping at the bit to get a AES with nothing on it. And then some other kind of stuff here, some boxed Dreamcast, 80 something bucks, so that's like at least 20 bucks more than at Trader. And regulation number something, R7. Well, I don't know what the hell that is. Anyway, these are the consoles here. So their Super Famicoms are okay, and prices vary on like condition and things like that. But generally speaking, for consoles, you're better off going to Trader or maybe Sudagaya. Super Potato actually is a more expensive place when it comes to picking up consoles. So all the Super Potato haters, you win this time. All right, let's get out of here.
UK 宇宙戦士サム。ファミリーコンピューターディスクカードにアクション&メロゲーム。メトロイド。
Okay, so that's it for Super Potato, and that's it for tonight. So we took a look in, what was it, 5 shops, looked at consoles, compared some prices. I'd say best prices, but like worst selection is Friends. I would say best overall was Trader, and I think the worst overall, just for their prices, is Game Camp, and Super Potato isn't far behind. So yeah, if you're gonna come here, you got a day you want to buy a console, at least you got some of the prices in mind. It's not really any different from looking around on eBay, really. So there you go, to all you potential Akiba shoppers. And I'll say just like one other thing, because I know there are like a lot of, well, not a lot, but there are some people that watch my videos that have experience out here. They've been living in Japan for a while, and they'll, comment and say, don't ever buy anything in Akiba, it's a scam, everything's overpriced. And then they'll say, if you want to like really buy some games, you need to come to this place. And they usually name some like random place in like Chiba or Saitama or something, and that's good for me. I like, getting tips like that. But I would say keep in mind that a lot of the people that watch my videos most of the people. They don't live here. They don't have the luxury of just popping in and out whenever they feel like it. A lot of them just, they come for like a week or something, and they're not here to just look for video games. They're here for a vacation. They're here because they're enjoying a lot of things about Japan, Tokyo in particular, and maybe they only have a day to, shop for some games and do fun things. And for them, going out to Kanagawa, Chiba, Saitama, taking a train for like a couple of hours just to go to some shop where they may or may not find something they want, it's not really all that feasible for them. These videos are more for, those people that they're going to be here for a little while, they're going to hang out for a limited amount of time, and they just want to go somewhere where they can easily find some games. And you can't argue that Akiba isn't a place where you can easily find games, because it is. They're all over the place. You just have to deal with the prices. And I would say for someone who only has one day, or not even a whole day, but a few hours out of one day to look for some games, go to Akiba. You'll find games. They're going to be pricey most of the time, so be picky. I mean, if you have the time available to you to take a train out to some more remote location to look for games, more power to you. I have that time available to me sometimes. A lot of other people that live here have that time available to them, but if you don't, no shame in coming to Akiba, going to some of the shops, and hoping for the best. So there you go. That's my word on that. Anyway, I've been out here long enough. It's cold and I'm hungry, and I'm ready to go home again. So thank you for watching, everybody, and take care, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.